Hello, welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians Podcast, episode 560. So apparently we got when we said no more wars for oil, I guess that was thrown out the window, wasn't it?
We're getting it.
Yeah,
U.S.
we are,
seizes
baby.
sanctioned oil tanker off coast of Venezuela, Trump says. Here is a video of this. Let's cue that up there.
Donald Trump said on Wednesday the U.S. has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. The move raised oil prices and is likely to further inflame tensions between Washington and Caracas.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela. Large tanker, very large.
Large, very huge.
Largest one ever seized, actually.
Largest ever
And
How many have
other
been
things
seized?
are happening.
Attorney General
Mine's
Pam
actually
Bondi
bigger.
said the tanker had been used to transport sanctioned oil
sanctioned
from
oil.
Venezuela and
My
Iran.
oil.
The seizure could signal new and intensifying efforts to go after Venezuela's oil, the country's main source of revenue. The Venezuelan government did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Trump has ordered a massive U.S. military buildup in the region, including an aircraft carrier, fighter jets, and tens of thousands of troops. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has alleged that the U.S. military buildup is aimed at overthrowing him and gaining control of the OPEC nation's vast oil reserves.
Well, that's exciting stuff, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Where
I
have you
mean,
seen this before?
listen, I think Trump is a hero, okay? Because do you realize a whole entire tanker of fentanyl will kill 100 trillion people, okay?
Yeah.
Trump has saved 100 trillion lives by this, and if anybody's against that, you're a commie.
You're a communist.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oil.
it's funny. Here he says, he's asked what would happen with the oil. Trump said, "We keep it, I guess."
What a piece of shit. Oh, I'm so
Notice,
sick of him.
notice the way Iran was mentioned in that.
Oh, you got to mention Iran.
Kind of
Axis of evil
in there.
includes Venezuela now, I guess. We got rid of Iraq, so now we just got to, it's now North Korea. Are we still doing North Korea? I don't know. Are we doing North Korea still?
No, yeah, North Korea's still bad.
Okay,
They're
so
kind
there's
of
still
off the
axis of
radar
evil.
lately.
We just, they are kind of
China, North Korea,
Yeah,
Iran.
China. How come that wasn't in the original
Russia.
Axis of evil?
Don't forget Russia. What happened? What'd you
I
say,
remember
Adam?
the first Axis of Evil after 2003 or 2002, whatever. Like it
Yeah.
was North Korea, Iraq, and Iran.
What are you talking
Right.
about?
Was that the
Project for a
three?
New American Century? All the countries that were supposed to be overthrown? I think you're like there's Libya, Syria. I don't know. Like pull out the document. It was
Yeah,
next.
I am
Yeah,
curious
let's
what-
see.
I am curious what the original axis of evil.
Evil.
The OG axis
George
of
Bush.
evil.
I remember that came on TV when I was a kid. I was like, doesn't do anything for me.
All
Like,
right, here we go. The axis of evil was first used by U.S. President George W. Bush.
Yep, I remember this.
Too far. It was used by George W. Bush and originally referred to Iran, Ba'athist Iraq, and North Korea.
There it is.
That's it.
That was it.
That's it. It was just
Three.
those three. I remember Axis of
Yeah.
But hold
We
on,
can remember
later,
the axis.
later on,
Ooh, but wait, there's
China,
more.
Russia, Iran, and North Korea were referred to as the new axis of evil.
Ooh.
Once Iraq was out of the picture, right?
It's like,
You always
oops,
got to
got rid of that
expand.
one.
The original axis of evil was the Axis powers of World
Yeah.
War II, obviously. But
Which there was only
But
three.
they were just
which
the
was
Axis.
Germany,
It-
Italy,
it-
and
Right.
Japan.
They weren't considered evil at the time. They were just Axis powers.
Yeah.
Okay? Like,
Do you see
they
the? Do you
added
see the?
evil later. They're like I don't know, maybe like Nazis and fascists and Italians aren't evil
It's
enough.
like narco terrorist. It's like there's phrases they just throw out there just to
Mm.
see if they catch. Like Axis of
Look-
Evil was one of them. Like,
Are
ooh,
you-
Axis isn't enough because I know it refers to Nazis. So let's make it even worse. So we're gonna add on Axis of Evil.
Oh,
I-
Jared, go
I
back
have
to
a
that
theory.
baptism real quick.
Oh yeah, let's do
story
baptism.
maptism here.
The baptism. So you had the Bush's axis of evil, but then look in the yellow, you have beyond the axis of evil, which included Cuba, Libya, and
Is that like
Syria.
a Twilight series? Like
Yeah,
the
beyond.
Twilight Zone series, like beyond the axis of evil. Cuba, Libya, and Syria. And then there's the United States.
Anyways, I just
Its
noticed
own
that.
axis of evil.
I kind of have a theory about Venezuela, and tell me if you think I'm far off, right? Because we know there's always an op, right?
Okay.
And then there's an op to disguise the op. So level 1 op is, narco terrorists, right? Nobody falls for that, right? That's just sort of like, okay, we threw out the fake one, and then you can theorize on the real reason, and everybody says, it's a war for oil, right?
Yeah.
So everybody comes to this conclusion: war for oil. Oh, they got oil. But it also turns out that Maduro was very, very critical of a certain Middle Eastern country.
Qatar.
Oh, Qatar,
Not
right?
Qatar.
Jordan. It had to be Jordan.
Wasn't Jordan. Wasn't Egypt.
Syria.
It wasn't Syria. It was.
What other
Anyway, let's
countries?
just say.
Is there a wall and small hats involved?
Yes.
A
there
wall where
gyrating?
you're forced to make out with?
So I'm thinking that the order just came down, right? The order came down to do something about Maduro, right?
So this
Whatever
is from
happened to Juan Guaido?
2024. It says Maduro issues warning against Israeli aggression. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro issued a stark warning against what he deemed as aggressive actions from insane Nazi Netanyahu, which could lead to a third world war. This was
Sounds
in
like it's pretty
2024.
much on point.
Yeah. This is about the time when this shit started ramping up, right?
Tell me that wouldn't get you a phone call from the Edelsons, right? Like to the Trump office and like, hey, it's time to go take that guy out.
Yeah.
And Trump's like, well, I guess I could do that. In fact, my oil company donors would also be pleased with that. So why not?
When did Venezuela become an OPEC nation too? How did that come about? When did that? What
That
time
a
frame
long
was
time
that?
ago.
Really?
I don't know. Ask
Yeah.
the internet.
Let's go on to let's check that out because I
What are
thought
you asking?
OPEC was strictly the Middle East, like Saudi
you asking?
Arabia. When did Venezuela be considered an OPEC nation?
Will it join OPEC?
When they got a lot of oil, I think they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
needed
They were a founding member of OPEC,
Oh, I thought it was Saudi Arabia after like.
didn't know
according
that.
to Google.
So
were a
I
founding
know that.
member.
Remember, we had talked about how like their oil was really crude there, and the Koch brothers were the only ones that could process that type of oil from their refineries or whatever. Apparently, like I heard like that's outdated news. So I remember I talked about it like a few weeks ago, but apparently that's not the case anymore. They have their own stuff. But so the Koch brothers probably not into this one.
Well, if it was, we would have saw a Reason article why the libertarian position on wars for oil.
No, you're thinking of Cato, the libertarian
Cato,
argument for regime change in Venezuela.
Yes.
Right? Like the libertarian argument for bombing fishermen.
Yeah.
That's Cato. They'll do that.
Oh man, no. So and whatever happened to Juan Guaido? Remember that last time they were talking about overthrowing Venezuela and installing Juan Guaido? Do we ever know? You guys remember that?
He's the,
guess
he's the
Juan
one that
Guaido.
they're like they pretended he was in charge for a while,
Yeah, remember they said he was the real president of Venezuela, like what?
but he's
the
like
last time
hiding
this
out
all
in
went down?
Florida or something. Like, where does he
Yeah.
live now?
I don't know. I just heard his name got brought up, and I just was like, "Well, that's right, the CIA guy. Whatever happened to him?" I don't know. Maybe we should do some research. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Former acting president of Venezuela. What happened to
Acting
him?
president?
Well, so where is this going to go with Venezuela? Complete invasion? Where are we headed?
Soon.
Airstrikes?
I don't think. Well, he said he's not ruling it out. He said he's not going to rule it in, but he's also not going to rule it out.
They could do it the easy way or the hard way.
Or is this like, hey, Israel hasn't told me exactly what we're doing yet, but this was just the first step. So I'll let you know when they tell me. I'll let you know.
When they decide what the next step, I'll let you know.
And then he like, which was hilarious because he was talking to Politico and he's like, "What makes you think I'm going to tell you, you trash organization?" And she's like, "Well, you are doing an interview with us, sir." And he's like, "Well, I only did that because you guys named me like politician of the year or something." It was something stupid like that. It was how it went down. It was an embarrassment. He was just, I don't know. He's just like a complete bozo.
Well, I mean, you guys are,
Boys are
we're
back.
obviously against these attacks on fishermen, and guess who else is? The military's own AI. The military's new AI says hypothetical boat strike scenario unambiguously illegal.
Well, that's why they're going to need robots to implement these illegal orders, right?
But even the robots are saying it's unambiguously illegal.
Well,
you know what?
listen
That's
to
just
their own words.
That's just one software patch away from being fixed. Okay, like
So
don't worry.
Dave DeCamp had his he had this tweet up earlier. He said, "Here's what the U.S. military had to say less than 1 month ago when Iran seized an oil tanker off its coast in the Straits of Hormuz." It says Iran's use of military force to conduct an armed boarding and seizure of a commercial vessel in international waters constitutes a blatant violation of international law, undermining freedom of navigation and the free flow of commerce. We call on Iran to articulate to the international community the legal basis for its actions. But we don't have to do that.
No.
That somehow that AI gets wiped. Okay, that will not stand. Like somebody's got to fix it, right? It needs to make an argument saying, well, normally that would be considered mass murder or piracy or theft or what have you, but in this case, well, I mean, what is their argument? Is anybody made an argument on behalf of this? Is it something to do with sanctioned oil? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Like, we told them they can't do it, and they're doing it, so therefore it's ours.
Well, didn't they also set up like a no-fly zone? Wasn't that a part of this? There's like a no-fly zone over Venezuela, or like an unofficial no-fly zone.
No commercial. Yeah, you said no commercial plane. I don't know.
A
That's what he
no-fly
tweeted
zone
out.
announced on Truth Social.
I mean, it's just insane how like there's just like absolutely no pushback whatsoever about these like undeclared wars. Like ever since
we are the pushback. Here we are. This is punk rock libertarians.
Yeah. We are the resistance.
Yeah.
But it's like we just assumed like it's just a foregone conclusion. It's there's no like, oh my gosh, like it just doesn't. Yeah,
you know what? I think it's like
honestly ever since Vietnam, right? When was Vietnam actually declared a war? Was it ever declared a war?
No,
Never.
it was never declared a war.
Yeah,
listen,
so like Vietnam basically
really
started this whole
right
catalyst.
Now. Greenland's just really happy that he's not talking about Greenland anymore.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Remember when they were like, well, the president's appetite is insatiable and he wants Greenland, so
yeah.
Greenland actually, yeah. Well, okay, so here's a Venezuela travel advisory.
Yeah, so I looked up no-fly zone. There isn't an official no-fly zone, but this is from the travel.state.gov from
is
the
Venezuela advised.
True Social official. Okay.
Yeah.
So reissued December 3rd.
Tour. Do not take the Venezuelan speedboat tour. That is,
we don't recommend it right now.
Advised.
While on vacation to Venezuela, we don't recommend that. But no, it said do not travel to or remain in Venezuela due to the high risk of wrongful detention, torture and detention, terrorism, kidnapping, arbitrary enforcement of local laws, crime, civil unrest, and poor health infrastructure. All U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents in Venezuela are strongly advised to depart immediately. So it's red. So that means do not travel. Look, they got a whole color code. Remember that? They're bringing back the color codes. Dude. The color codes are back. So
our new fan Joe here says maybe he meant South America when he claimed America first.
Maybe. Well, hold on. You mentioned Greenland, and
whatever happened with that?
I saw this news this week. Denmark has for the first time identified the United States as one of the security threats facing the country in an annual risk assessment published on Wednesday.
The Danes went on high alert to defend Greenland, deploy the Viking
troops.
Like they got Vikings standing by. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Send them the berserkers.
A sacrifice was made to Thor, and they're hoping for divine lightning bolts.
But they're probably seeing what's going on in Venezuela, and they're raising the alarms.
But what's funny is they're a NATO country.
They're building the boats.
So what are they going to do? We're part of NATO. It's all just
right. So if they were attacked, all of NATO would be obligated to defend,
to retaliate.
Right. So will NATO come to defend Greenland? Like they signed the papers.
Yeah. Is that how World War II or World War III starts?
Greenland.
Well, it's like World War I, right? Like all these mutual defense treaties, these networks, and like I don't know, like one guy got killed, and next thing you know, like millions are dead.
Right.
Yada yada yada. Millions are dead.
Right. Yeah.
When I was maintaining Empire in the Air Force, I was temporarily deployed to Denmark for 2 weeks, and we were just flying around against their Air Force for 2 weeks.
Were you able to defeat them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know how this war plays out.
Down the bigs.
That's all it was. It was just like 2 weeks of Top Gun shit.
Dude, wouldn't that be crazy if they were giving their pilots like psychedelic mushrooms and they're putting on like war paint like the Vikings and like flying into battle as berserkers? And
dude, when I was a kid, I never understood Top Gun. I was like, what war is this? Like, why are they shooting down Russians?
Wait, what happened here? We got it.
Stop clicking buttons, Alex.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, when did we fight the Russians with F5s? The movie made no fucking sense.
I was a kid and I was like, wait, what fucking war is
What are
this?
these black F5s with a red star? What is this foreign country over some mysterious ocean?
Yeah, what body of water is this?
What is happening? Such a shit movie. You know, like we've talked about it that there's movies that are sponsored by the Pentagon. There's basically a whole department within the Pentagon that looks at scripts and are like, we approve this. If you change a few things here, you'll get some funding. Right. We'll allow you to film on or we'll give you assets and
you can borrow a free fighter jet.
Yeah. So
you can borrow the whole Air Force. It's freaking Top Gun. It's their number one recruitment platform. Right?
Yeah,
like
it was.
Literally. It's just it might as well be considered an extension of the Army.
Dude, the second one, I don't have time to waste to watch the second one apparently, but it was
good.
Really?
Did
but
it also have any recruitment value?
It had they put truth in plain sight, or they foreshadow, and there was a scene in it where they used like some bunker busting, deep penetrating bomb. Then 3 years later, after that movie was released, we bomb Iran with the same technology, and very eerily similar to the same like strike. So they put it all out there. It's all part of the recruitment and getting people, like getting young kids wanting to sign up and maintain Empire. So
but was it effective this go round? I mean, I'm sure they had really high hopes, like all those recruitment problems they were having because all their stupid shitty wars and all their dumb stuff they're getting involved in.
Vietnam syndrome.
What's the main
what are they going to recruit? Like drone operators? Like, does anybody actually fly fighter jets anymore?
But I don't think
I know one guy that was in the Air Force, and now he just flies like commercial jets.
That's why everybody goes into the Air Force, is to like get free training to get a commercial airline job.
Yeah, exactly, and make really good money for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
you might have to bomb a few countries along the way, but at least you get a job later.
He didn't have to bomb anybody. He just he went into training, and then he now he's an airline pilot. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I would say, you know what? Get the free training, use their equipment, crash a few, whatever, and then
never
fly into a building.
Allegedly.
Well, don't learn how to land.
Wasn't that helicopter pilot from DC? Remember that crash like a year or two ago, where they were had a military exercise going right downtown for some reason.
Yeah. Well, apparently Trump wants to rebuild Dulles now. The airport that was.
Or that was Reagan.
Oh, was that Reagan? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I get those mixed up.
Anyway. Dulles is way out in Bumblefuck, Northern Virginia.
Anyway,
not Bumble, but anyways, we're
speaking of Bumblefuck. Speaking of Bumblefuck, Tim Pool. So this is from the Daily Beast, which
Tim Smollett,
not my favorite. Yeah, not my favorite outlet, but I thought this was pretty funny because MAGA star refuses to give cops footage of alleged shooting. Tim Pool claims his home was shot at for speaking out against evil. Evil is in like the anti-Semites? Is that the evil?
This dude is such a tool. What an embarrassment. I almost feel like we shouldn't even give him the space on our stupid little show because I mean he's just
gone
so
full retard.
Pathetically in the tank. It's just
so
horrible.
Here's a
gives him
tweet.
the time of day.
Last night, a vehicle approached our property and opened fire. No one was hurt. Our security team is reviewing the incident and will be relaying the report to the appropriate law enforcement. This is the price we pay for speaking out against evil.
Yeah, he doesn't speak out against evil. He freaking had a meeting with Netanyahu. Okay?
Exactly.
Like, no, he's on board with evil. He's a spokesperson for evil. He's a defender of evil.
Well, their show is broke. He's been facing financial troubles, and
their show's broke.
Apparently, I know.
How can you be broke on a podcast?
Well, I think he just
what kind of overhead are you dealing with, man?
I mean,
apparently his overhead is bald.
Yeah, that's why. But no, I think he's been facing financial troubles, advertisements down. I think maybe the amount of money they spend bringing people in. I mean, you figure
he did spend over $250,000 on midget prostitutes. Now, I don't know what that was about, but might not have been financially sound.
I mean, that's what I've been hearing. And then I don't know. I don't follow him that closely, but I know just seeing the Twitter. That's what I've been hearing, that it's not doing that well.
He had some freaking meltdowns, like literal tantrums over Charlie Kirk
the other night
and Candace.
Yeah. So and then he, like you said, Babs, he met with Netanyahu. So I think he's part of that. He's part of that 7,000 club because he's just trying to resurrect. I mean, you look at like Phil Labonte. What's his name? He's gone full Israel first. All of them, like her whole message, dude. He's terrible, man. Like he's gone full retard. A lot of them, like that whole show. So their message, they're fully in the tank for MAGA.
You guys seen the video when they brought up the USS Liberty? Like one of the guys brought up USS Liberty and Tim.
The one dude, like the psychedelic dude, was it Ian or whatever? I don't know. He's the only one on there that's kind of tolerable. But he brought it up, and they were like, "Oh, change the topic. What are you talking about? Allegedly?" Like, yeah, they you could just see how uncomfortable they were. So they're in the bag, and I think it's just to try to like turn it around, because I think they were in the hole. I think the amount of money they were spending. I forget who I was talking to. Was it Clint or somebody?
I remember him talking about building like a skate park or something.
Yeah. and they bought this huge property. They have acres and acres. And then the fact, like, you bring in guests, I think they pay to fly the guests out. Right. So they're bringing them out to like, and
well, they weren't going to
pay. What is your show really doing? Your show is like you like reading the news.
Yeah.
Which is our show too, but like
yeah.
We know that. We're not buying like huge tracts of land.
Can we play the video of Tim Pool like completely losing his shit over Candace? It is so freaking like hilarious. Like, I don't even care about this guy, but to watch him melt down. I mean, the thing that he's had to go to war against Candace. Candace is like the funny thing is, like, I never thought I'd be on like the Candace team, right? Like, she's not, I don't listen to her, but she's been like really exposing the fraud in the whole Charlie Kirk murder, like seriously. And this has enraged quite a few people, and including Tim Pool has been deployed to try to smear her. It's incredible.
So he's upset that she's accusing people
that she's questioning the narrative, and he's gone to say that when the Republicans lose in the midterms or whatever, it's going to be her fault, and she's the one tearing us apart, and his wonderful Republican establishment will not survive her ridiculous behavior, and it's her fault when they lose. Hilarious, considering that, like, she's just asking questions like, why are you lying all the time about what? Like, hey, TPUSA, why do you keep lying? What's with the fraud? What's with the lies? What's going on? Like, that's all. She's doing actual journalism.
And Tim Pool, is Tim Pool a part of TPUSA?
No,
I found it. Here we go.
No,
But-
I don't. I mean, I don't think so. But he's
But
part
someone-
of. They have similar.
But he's part of
funders.
APAC.
Yeah.
He's part of
Yeah.
the
he's part of
noticed.
Let me see here. Bear with me, guys. I got
Tim.
the
Well, here's another thing I just heard. Tim went even further. I mean, this gossipy stuff is lame, right? It's kind of interesting because these are like the top tier podcast level people, influencers, whatever you want to call them. We got a meltdown.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We will see what happens in the trial when evidence is presented, but there's literally no other story. Just a bunch of fucking retards on the internet saying stupid shit. And what that does is the organization that helped get Donald Trump elected, which needs to persist, you don't got to be a fan of it, but it certainly will help get individual congressional candidates elected and stop Democrats from launching new committees and putting more people in prison like Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro. Instead, it's being gutted by fucking psychopaths telling people to pull their donations. So when this organization burns to the ground,
It's talking about
whatever the fuck
turning
happens to
point,
it, maybe they're fine.
Here, let me let it load up
organization
real
that's
quick. But
rallying-
yeah, so he's ranting about Turning Point USA.
Is this the one from like last night?
Not last. Yeah,
Young
like 2-3
people
days. It's like the
causing a
full.
shift in the political leanings of a generation for the first time in history is now in
Is this
dire
where he calls her a
straits.
cunt?
Their leader and
Mhm.
founder murdered,
Be patient.
and
This is the
prominent pieces of human trash are trying to destroy it. It's fucking evil. So you know what? When someone pulls in front of my property and fires on it several times, I'm sitting here looking at these vile
That was his
pieces of
brother.
shit
Yeah.
and thinking to myself, for what
Yeah, his
purpose will I stick my neck out if this is what happens after Charlie Kirk is killed? Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag.
Anyway, you get the idea, right?
She is a degenerate.
How is she a degenerate?
Yeah.
Because she's asking questions like, why do you lie all the time? Why did you pave over the crime site? What's with that video? How come you said this when that obviously wasn't true? TPUSA is obviously full of some corrupt shit. I'm not saying they
totally.
necessarily were behind the murder, but
They were.
they were obviously like they're like, let's get that Israel money into our bank account. Like I feel like that is all they wanted to do. And they were like, they're going to lie, they're going to cheat, they're going to steal anything they can. They're covering up something, right? But Candace has the gall to just start asking these questions. And I don't know if anybody else really is. I mean, of course, punk rock libertarians did at the time, but we're already bored with it. So
Yeah. We've moved on.
We're already
We
on to
realized-
the next. We're on to the next stop.
Yeah.
but you know what? I'm like, thank God for Candace. My daughter.
Yeah.
I was trying to talk to my daughters about some of this stuff recently, and they're like, "Dad, you're not listening to Candace, are you?" I'm like, no. Like, but maybe she's on to something.
My mom listens to her. Like my mom will send me YouTube videos like, Candace is really on it. I'm like, oh gosh, it's like she's part of the op too. It's all an op. It's all these like podcasts, just drama. Meanwhile, like silver's at $64 an ounce. The Fed's just like, hey, we're gonna money printer go burr, and we're about to go to war with Venezuela. It's like all these boomer cons, like Con Inc. just loves to keep these like distractions going, and they're never going to get to. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like conservative, like it's all bullshit. It's all, it's I don't know. They just keep everybody stirred up about this, and nothing's going to come of it. Nothing's going to come of any of this. It's just to keep just distracted from what's really going on. And
but I feel like this is part of what's going on. Like this is
A
sort of
bit. A
one
little
of the
bit.
battle lines of propaganda, which was TPUSA was a number one propaganda arm for Israel, for Trump, for Republicans. This is a big part of their deal. This is why Tim Pool has been deployed, and why other people have been like, "Hey, we gotta do something," because like they thought Tim thought this was propping up the GOP.
Well, Charlie started noticing, and he didn't want to take any donors anymore. And then it's crazy that you have, what's her face? I mean, the fact, Erica Kirk, it's so bizarre. when you see her going out there interviewed on Fox News, and
Do you want to play that video? Because
I don't know if we have
I
it.
want to go down this gossipy
Watch it
rabbit
alone.
hole of like
Yeah,
influencer versus influencer.
Let's get into it in the after hours, because I have the docs. I just don't have them. And I know Jared wanted to get in some other things on them. But let's say that for the after hours, because I do have some of those videos saved. But I mean, it's just odd behavior, and it's just it's con Inc. It's just to keep them on. And you're right, Babs. It's like keeping this Trump, Israel first, keeping the agenda going, because and I think Charlie Kirk was noticing. I think the fact that he had the voice of the young people. So it's like, no, we can't have that. We can't have this. No. Let's stay on topic. Let's keep the conservatives, this evangelicals in their lane. Let's not, no. We can't have them looking at what's really going on over there, or the influence that Israel has on our politics. So yeah, you're right. They deployed people like Tim Pool.
I mean, that's
who
like
else?
the
they're
op level. But then I think at the TPUSA level, they're just a bunch of like petty thugs and like scumbags and like opportunists.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you look at her wife's background. I mean,
there's been investigations into like financial impropriety, and that supposedly Charlie Kirk had ordered a Doge style audit of his own organization. And there were a mysterious contractor that got millions of dollars, but the address is in a shopping center that doesn't exist. Like they were taking all this donor money and funneling it God knows where, right? And this is a completely believable scam. Even if you don't think they would murder Charlie Kirk, they will definitely want to cover this up. They'll definitely want to keep it going. There's a lot of money like filling their coffers. Charlie was a threat to that, definitely.
But don't ask those questions. Just get on board.
Why did they all say that he was tight with Israel, even though Candace produced the docs showing, like, obviously this was not true, and they all were busted lying about it? Why?
Babs, you can't ask those questions. You just need to get on board, get in line. We have a midterm, and we got to keep America great. Okay, so don't ask those questions.
I mean, if we were to get an extra $7,000 per show, like we could get better thumbnails, we could do edits, we could get little shorts. Like $7,000 could go a long way. Israel's our greatest ally.
And
well, look, why don't we? I've got a better idea. Why don't we do this over at this public school did, and set up a Bitcoin mining rig in the rafters?
This is
so a school employee got caught secretly mining Bitcoin in a crawl space. Oh, sorry, it was below. It was not above. It was below a Massachusetts high school using the school's electricity. Police found coolers filled with computers and estimate they used about $17,500 in power before it was unplugged.
So there's a video here. Do we want to watch the report?
Yeah, we can watch the report and get a load of this.
Look at these exclusive images from inside this secret operation buried in a crawl space at Cohasset Middle High School. Coolers, wiring, all packed in and hidden away. Seized from that space, these 11 computers that police say were used to power a crypto mine running on the school's electricity. And according to this police report, it was created by the assistant facilities director, Nadim Nahas, who's now facing charges of fraudulent use of electricity and vandalizing a school.
Crypto mining is the way in which a crypto network is kept secure.
Babson College professor of information technology management, Steve Gordon, is a cryptocurrency.
All right, I guess we get the idea.
He's a cryptocurrency expert.
This is the best news I've heard in a long, long time. This is finally we're getting like something good out of a government school. Thank God.
Hell yeah. I mean, when Alex first shared it, though, I was more excited because he made it sound like it was a kid.
Yeah, I thought I did read. I was like, what?
First of all, where's the kid getting money to buy all these fucking Bitcoin mining rigs? But
dude, if that was a high school kid, I would just be in so much awe of him.
Yeah.
Or her.
Yeah. Or they.
Them or whatever. What school district was that? DC?
No, it was in Massachusetts somewhere.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Dude, that is freaking awesome. It's a shame that it got shut down when it did. I wonder if wouldn't it be cool if it had generated a block? Like,
well, let's see. I think it went on to discuss how much he.
I mean, that would have been pretty good. It only consumed like 17,500 in power.
I know. If it generated a block, that'd be so cool. Like, yeah. Dude, that is the way. That is totally the way to like, what do we do with our government schools? Send the kids home and replace them with Bitcoin mining equipment. You've got the electrical hookups. Who loses?
Nobody. The administrators making $300K a year. They're the ones that lose.
You know what? I bet you could mine enough to keep the administrators on board. Just they can stay there. They can drink their martinis or whatever they do, and just let the kids go. Like, let the kids release the kids. Who cares what happens after that?
Yeah.
Babs for School Board 2026.
Yeah, well, Bitcoin's been doing interesting stuff lately. It went up 4% today, then crashed back down, then went back up. Who knows where that thing's going?
I don't give financial advice, but I'm buying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you see
in
silver?
Minecraft, theoretically.
Well, especially since the Fed just cut interest rates, which is usually a good tailwind for Bitcoin and other. And
I don't know. Today was a weird day. S&P went up, gold went up, Bitcoin started out way down, and I think it ended up a little bit up. Just hold on.
Was like 92.
Hold on and diversify. I don't know.
92.2 right now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it kind of felt like it was just going to go off a cliff a few weeks ago, but
I kind of felt like we're near the. I felt like we were sort of near it was kind of been going sideways, and I figured like soon we're going to get back to going up. But while we're down here, and I kind of figured it's not going down to 60,000.
Yeah.
Like at least that's my feeling.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, you don't know for sure, but
there
was a moment where I was like, damn, it does kind of feel like it could just keep fucking dropping, but
you don't know, like just when you thought like, oh shit, it dropped 50%, it could drop another 50%. Okay. Like
that's true.
Like it's not over, until it's over.
It's not over till it's over. That is for sure. Well, you know what's not over? The career of the slap chop guy.
Oh, I heard he's making a comeback.
He's making a comeback, and he's running for Congress in Texas.
Who is this guy?
You don't remember the slap chop guy? He had all those. He sold the ShamWow and the slap chop.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he was very energetic.
And then went to jail.
Now the other guy died. The OxyClean guy.
Offer.
An OxyClean guy.
Oh, what's his name?
Or just ShamWow.
Are you talking about Billy Mays?
Yeah, Billy Mays died.
Billy Mays is dead.
Yeah, Billy Mays is dead.
But didn't this guy also do OxyClean? Or maybe I'm mixing up my spokespeople.
No, but hold on. Let's see. He's selling the Woke Buster.
Woke Busters. Is there something creepy looking at your pee-pee? Who are you gonna call? Woke Busters. Transmission light comes on. Does pep for a dog?
Oh,
who are you gonna call? Woke Busters. I ain't afraid of the woke. I ain't afraid of no woke. Don't forget to subscribe and like the Share My Guy Show.
Wow.
So yeah, he's Vince Offer, born Offer Shlomi. Might be one of your people, Jared. An Israeli American. Yeah, an Israeli American infomercial pitchman who gained pop culture fame for his aggressive and double entendre laden commercials for Slap Chop and the ShamWow. But what is he doing now? He is apparently running for he's running for office as a Republican candidate in Texas' 31st congressional district. He officially filed under the name Offer Vince ShamWow Shlomi in November 2025. So yeah, He stated in his platform that his primary motivation for running is to destroy wokeism and make America happy, citing the late Charlie Kirk as an inspiration.
His campaign manager is Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah. He made a headline with the political and parodying the Ghostbusters with his Woke Busters. Well,
I
good
hope he
luck
gets sued for that, because I mean that was just dumb. I mean that's freaking lame.
I mean, do you think he has a shot? I mean, will he? Could we go visit him in the halls of Congress next year?
It's Texas.
No, 2026. We got to wait till.
I mean, I fully
November
support his
2026.
candidacy. Don't get me wrong, but he's obviously a disaster.
I mean, he basically I mean, I remember reading a story about his career and how he basically just like came from nothing and just like created that whole thing himself. It wasn't like he had a bunch of writers that were like writing the shit for him. Like he created this whole fucking like crazy like ShamWow salesman guy routine himself and like pitched it to, or I think he might have even have found ShamWow, was like, look, I can sell this shit for you guys. Like just get me a spot on TV late night. And then it just fucking like blew up for him.
This is the American dream.
It's the American dream.
The Israeli American.
And then he bit the hooker.
Really?
Well, I heard that whole story was kind of fake though, right?
Don't bite the hooker. Jesus.
I heard he was accused, but I think the charges were actually dropped. I don't think he ever went to jail.
Probably a settlement. You know what? Like it's for some reason, like people get super successful, they start wanting to bite hookers. I don't know, like some kind of megalomania. Well, I don't know what does that.
Yeah,
they're not for biting.
Do they still sell the slap chop?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see. Slap chop. Do they have any Black Friday sales going on?
Because when this
no, I don't think they do, but they are on. Oh wait, hold on a second.
What is
when Otto shared
dude?
this
I can get one right now on Instacart delivered to my fucking door.
Maybe we'll do a shot reference.
Oh, slap chop! You don't remember that, Babs? Here, I got the commercial.
Dude, how do you remember this, dude?
I just remember ShamWow.
Yeah,
it was like a vegetable slicer thing.
Oh, slap chop.
Yeah.
I bought one of those. That's awesome.
Alex, I don't know if your internet can handle videos.
You can chop a lot of things with that quickly.
We can give it a shot, though.
Yeah, we'll try. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I don't think my internet can handle it.
Okay. I could probably find it, though.
Are the prediction markets giving any odds on him?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see here. I'll look up Polymarket while Jared's pulling up the slap chop.
I think I would enjoy being ruled by him.
All right. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike for this, but we'll see.
Probably will.
Let's see here.
Slap.
So there's
you're gonna be in a
no
great
current odds.
You'll be slapping your troubles away with the slap chop. Now look, here's a potato. One slap, you got big chunks for stews. 2 slaps, home fries in a second. And look at this. But you add a mushroom, the more you do it, finer it gets. You have to switch any gravy. You love salad. You hate making it. Take the stringy celery.
I hate making salad.
I love pizza too, but once in a while, get the veggies in. At least throw it on top of the pizza. This tuna looks
Put it on the pizza, Otto.
Boring tuna. A boring life. Here's a hard-boiled egg. One chop. You add the pickle.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not vote for that guy?
All right.
Dude,
pickles,
I'm in, man. Dude,
pickles and eggs,
especially like 30 years later. You had that thing?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I have at least something that looks just like that.
Well, yeah, I have like a vegetable slicer, but it's.
Did you get the little grater though?
I don't think it says slap chop.
Yeah, hang on.
I probably have one of the cheap imitations.
Yeah, you don't have the OG.
Yeah, $25 was too rich for your blood. You got the cheap imitation.
Well, I wish him the best of luck, and I hope that he gets the keys to the empire and maybe gets on some type of military-industrial complex committee. He could be deciding like where the next fighter jet is made, or who knows what he'll be doing.
So there are no
what the next
odds
oil tanker to capture is.
Yeah, so there's no odds on Polymarket. I just looked it up. So I guess we got to get closer. There's most likely a primary.
Dude, let's invite him on the show to make his pitch as a candidate. We could give him the punk rock libertarian bump.
All right, let's reach out.
Or we could end his political career as we've done with other candidates.
Go either way.
Yeah, who knows?
But it's up to him. If he's qualified, it could propel him to the winner's circle, right? If he's fake, well, obviously we'll call him out and he will be destroyed.
Let's do it. Let's reach out to him. See what he has to say. I'd be curious what his platform is.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be freaking epic, right? And maybe we could advise him. Maybe he hadn't really thought about a lot of things. You know, we were like, hey, abolish the IRS. What else? Just abolish it.
That'd be great. Speaking of abolishing, what do you guys think about abolishing this Tinder for kids?
Yeah, this was fucked up. Is this actually?
What?
Yeah, apparently there's an.
So this is an opinion piece in The Hill. It says
that's not
Whiz,
Israeli
the Tinder for
Times.
Kids
What
app.
is that? What are you reading from?
Yeah,
The Hill. It says Whiz, the Tinder for Kids app exposes kids to predators. Congress must act. So this is apparently some
But it's
app
not
that
really
allows
called
kids.
Tinder for kids.
No, but it's an app that allows, according to this. So this is an opinion piece. So I'm curious, like what it actually does. But according to this piece, it's supposed to allow kids to like connect with each other, and you can do the whole swiping thing to like find your friends or whatever. But it also allows, adults onto the platform. Apparently, there's a story about an 8th grader being sexually abused by a 27-year-old man. An 11-year-old. So yeah, it sounds like pretty nasty. And yeah, I don't know who shared this one. Alex,
Sounds
think that
like
was you?
something that should receive funding from USAID. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I'm looking it up. Like the Whiz app now.
Listen, it's a free market. Okay, Epstein's Island is closed. What are these people supposed to do?
All right, so it's a Whiz app. It's used most commonly the Whiz social app for teens connecting young people globally with swipe and chat features. Owned by Voodoo. Let's see who owns that company. With age verification, but there are safety
Rabbi
concerns.
Shmuley, what?
Yeah, who owns Voodoo? Let me go down the rabbit hole here. Yeah, who owns? Yeah, Voodoo. Let's see here. But yeah, anyways, well, I'm looking this up. But yeah, who knows? Give it a couple more weeks. I'm sure we'll know more about this.
I mean, I think the biggest question that is being asked by those in charge right now is, okay, are these kids going to be exposed to content that makes them sympathetic to Palestine? Right? Like, I mean, what if kids are getting like non-Hasbara content somehow?
Can't allow it.
Yeah, I'm just looking up and going down a rabbit hole here. You know what? I'll have more on it next week. But Hill opinion piece, I don't know. Could it be? Yeah, could it be just like a TikTok scare, like,
right?
Or is there a legit threat where there's predators going on this, or this is like a backdoor for child predators?
I would say,
if that's the case, then
how about this as some precautions? If this
straight
is
to
my
the wood
company,
chipper.
what if I wanted to have a cool website for kids to connect and, wholesome and like non-predatory? I would first ban all cops, like no cops, no Congress people, right? No school teachers, no priests, right? Like, I think we could make it a pretty safe place if we just, take some like basic precautions.
What would you call your app, James?
I mean, that one's called the Whiz. Whiz.
Yeah.
Take a whiz.
Take a whiz.
I don't know. Like,
well, it's like how can you verify that someone is like a kid is a certain age, right? Kids don't have IDs that they can upload,
right?
Well, maybe that's what it is. We need to get everybody an ID, just so we all know that the kids are safe.
Or we just do what Australia did and just ban everybody. Just ban everybody under 16.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you see, you start by banning everybody, and then you let people back on that comply with your identification scheme.
Yeah, $40, and then you're good to go.
And we know who you are, where you
Yeah,
are.
so
just like TSA.
This thing has been around for a while. So this is a New York Post article, and New York teens told the Post that Whiz, which is available to users 13 and older, but how do they verify that? Is similar to a dating app in which the way you swipe through profiles. Some of the underage users are relying on it to arrange hookups with strangers, including adults. Hiya, not good. It's like Tinder for kids. Jada Masonette, a 16-year-old high school. How are you 16-year-old and a high school senior? Anyway, told the Post, like literally when you think of Tinder, that's what it is. Trying to hook up or like a date. As late as 2023, the app has already had 16 million users.
Does Scott Ritter have a profile?
Probably. People are literally meeting with strangers like kids their age. It's really weird, Jada said. Eesh. Not good. I get maybe like 60 notifications in like one day, she said. Some would be more wholesome, like, oh, you're pretty. And then others had more sexual connotations. People were asking to link up in person and things like that. It's basically like Snapchat on steroids.
Parents, it's up to you.
In 2024, Florida's Department of Law Enforcement arrested a 20-year-old man soliciting a minor who was speaking to a 14-year-old girl using the Whiz app. She purported to be 16.
Scott Ritter, sorry.
Yeah, this is not good.
But let's I mean, seriously, it's up to the parents here. Parents, like
right.
If you just
don't get your kids a smartphone.
Go online anywhere, and you're not monitoring what's going on. Yeah, there's some freaking scumbags out there that are gonna find your kid. Okay, like so. As a parent, do your freaking duty.
Yeah, I mean, how is an 11-year-old meeting up with a 30-year-old in the first place? Like,
because the parent allowed the kid to have the technology unsupervised, and it's like, here, let me drop you off, like in the worst part of the city, little girl, and I'll pick you up later, right? Like if the parent did that, you'd say that's horrible parenting. If you're going to just let your kid download this app, let them text God knows who.
Yeah.
Like, as a parent, Otto, what do you do?
But Bab, no, we can't have parents being parents. We need the government to be parents. Governments are mama and daddy.
My kids never really had social media when they were kids. But it was only later, just kind of their ages. My kids are young adults right now. But Otto, what about your kids? They're right in the middle of this as kids. What are you doing to supervise their online activities?
Well, I mean, they're literally just, my oldest daughter just sent me a TikTok that said play it on the podcast. So
not very.
They both have, my oldest kids they both have smartphones. Now, my youngest daughter, I don't think I'll ever get her a smartphone. I don't trust her at all. There's no trust there.
So you just you trust your other kids so that they won't like meet up with some weirdo or do something weird.
Oh, well, I mean, they know better. They know better. Yeah. Like they know, like, you don't meet anyone, you don't talk to anyone, you don't, like, even if you think that they're young, you don't talk to them unless you know them. Like, there's no communication at all. It's mostly just talk to their classmates and stuff.
Yeah.
But how would you know if somebody's like getting into her DMs or, like working their way in, flattering them, like using the usual tactics? Don't tell your parents. Like,
that shit doesn't fall. They don't fall for that. They know all about those tricks, and they like, my daughter gets like offended, even like when her friends say stuff to her. So like she'll be like, ew. She said, this one guy said I was cute, or said something like she doesn't like that.
My daughter got freaked out, Violet, my youngest, at Pork Fest when some rowdy locals drove through in a pickup truck and yelled at her, "Nice tits." She was freaked out by it. Okay. Like she had never experienced that before.
How old was she?
Like 18. She's lived a sheltered life. Okay. Like she's okay. But you know, and I was like, I think I responded wrong to it. Like I didn't want to say like, oh, this isn't a serious thing, but I kind of wanted to be like, look, you know, there's a lot of assholes out there, and they're gonna say stuff, and you can't let it bother you. You know, like this really wasn't, you know, that wasn't.
Andrew says he gets that almost daily. Nice tits.
But let's just say, you know, these people are, you know, there's people out there that are going to seek out our children, and they're going to try, you know, whatever. I have a feeling that a lot of parents are unprepared for it. Like, oh, my kid would never be involved in that. Like, and oh, what do you mean you have an OnlyFans account? What? Like, how many girls on OnlyFans dads think that's happening? You know, like none.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I would have
it's dark shit.
I don't know what I would do. I think maybe a complete like dumb phone, not dumb phone, but like a phone you can't really like GPS, phone calling. That's it. That's all the kids are getting. Like if I'm ever in that position, it's like that's it. I don't think
you probably will be.
But I'm kind of
soon.
I'm kind of in Otto's.
I mean, you're married now. We're expecting some really cute babies, Alex. Come on.
Well,
but I'm in Otto's camp here, where it's like you gotta like train them to just automatically reject that stuff, anyways, because even if you keep a phone out of their hand, they'll just find a way, right? Like they'll just find another means. They'll use their friend's phone. They'll like buy a laptop, you know, somewhere.
They can just go to their library and like after the drag show, they can like look at porn. Like,
yeah. Well, I guess what I'm getting at,
you've got to like brainwash them.
Maybe to like a certain age.
Fortify them.
Yes, that's
well. Here's the thing: we bought our kids way too early because we got a good deal, and it ended up being way too early for them. And I admit that we should have never done that.
That's kind of like what I'm getting at. Is like,
what are you saying?
Well, my youngest daughter has a smart. It's not a smartwatch. It's just a watch that she can text and call people on, and she just doesn't use it. She's just like, this is stupid. Like I want like a real phone. So like, and she's not getting one. Like you have a watch, and she leaves it everywhere. She never brings it with her. She can never find it. It's never charged. So you know, you run into these problems where like my other two, like my son just makes edits. Like he just loves making edits of stuff on his phone, and he talks to his friends, and that's it. There are things there are apps that we do have that we can like check in and see what he does. We don't really use them because we kind of trust him on this. So we're kind of going out on a limb, trusting him just because that's how type of kid he is. Like these good kids. Same thing with my oldest daughter. Youngest, no, she's awful. So she's the worst.
She's gonna be the problem.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, you just got to be vigilant, man, because it's
be vigilant.
All this shit out there. The kids, like, you know, it's just so pervasive and just everywhere, and just you know, so easily accessible to, and that's what's scary is the easy accessibility. I mean, you know, it's like we're what, Gen X, millennial, right? So we had to you know, AOL, all right, hop online, you know, like it's in the living room. It's in the living room where parents are, what the fuck are you doing on there? You know, like where now it's just like, oh, you just hop on your phone and there you go, and the world is yours, and it's just all out there. Everything.
Like parents are freaking clueless. I have a feeling like we really don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
but
well, especially I mean, like some of these apps, man. I mean, so to like start promoting the podcast, I was like, well, let me see what you know, if it's worthwhile to post shit on TikTok. So I actually like used my computer, which I've never logged into TikTok before, so it shouldn't really have much data on me, right? So I set up a new account, a fresh account. All I did was just add our information, like our punk rock libertarians, like, you know, tagline and all that, and the logo and all that shit. And then I went to the timeline, and like the first 3 things that came up, the first thing was like some like thirst trap chick sitting there, like being like sexy, and her fucking little kid is sitting next to her. And then like all the comments are like people just enraged and shit. But it's like a million fucking like likes and comments and shit. So that's the first one. Then the next one is like some kid, I didn't really get it. He was like running towards like a femboy. It was like when your boy runs toward a femboy. So I swiped that up. And then the last thing I saw, what was it? It was it was like some kid talking about gooning.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what, dude,
what?
Gooning, which is like masturbating. Like it's like group masturbate. It's like weird shit. And this is like a fresh account, you know? Yeah. It's not like Facebook back in the day when you would log on and like a fresh account would just be like pictures of cats, pictures of
This is TikTok.
This is TikTok, dude.
Well, it's now run by
who bought TikTok?
So...
Dude, it's
coincidence. I don't know.
And I'm just like, imagine you give your kid their phone for the first time, and they're like, "Oh, let me set up a TikTok account."
So I heard TikTok's great. I love it. I want to see some new dance moves. What?
Right.
No.
Right. And then the first thing they get is like this kind of shit.
Just degeneracy.
I mean,
you gotta really fortify your kids, man.
I try to teach my girls like limits. Nobody lays a hand on you. Anybody lays a hand on you, you shank them, you gouge their eyes out, you do whatever you have to do. I will help you dispose of the body. Do not worry. Like it will be, don't like, it's like,
and then the first person goes to hug her, and now you've got to carry a body around in your trunk.
Like they know, and I'm like if like one finger touches you, you respond with as lethal violence as you possibly can immediately. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to tell him, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
someone bumps into you at McDonald's and suddenly
God help you if you bump into my daughter. Cause yeah, I mean, of course they're super nice and they're probably not likely to take my advice, even if they should, but,
are we putting this on the shirt with the key, with the, protect your own keys and, sign a prenup, kill anybody for laying even a finger on you?
I don't know. I mean, I just, just people are terrible. Like women are treated terrible out there. Like, I mean, it's when you have daughters, it's you think about these things and you really just want them to be insulated and defended and well armed and ready to like not put up with any shit. Like, I don't know.
Amen. Well, and on that note, Otto, why don't you take us out here?
Yeah. So I think we're gonna move on to the After Hours podcast. We're gonna record right after this. If you guys want to check that out, go over to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrocklibertarians and sign up for as little as $3 a month, and you get access to the live show we're gonna record after this. You get a personal link, and you get to comment with us, chat with us, do whatever, and you also get access to the back catalog of all of our After Hours with hundreds of them just sitting there ready, waiting for you to enjoy.
Ooh.
So please go over to patreon.com/punkrocklibertarians and sign up, or go to prlfans.com and find other ways to donate to the show. Also, we have t-shirts for sale over at libertariancountry.com. Use the code PRL or PRL Podcast for a 10% discount, or spend $50 or more and use the code PRL2 for a 20% discount. So until next time, live free
or die.